This episode is sponsored by Zenro Clothing Co. Pick up your tees and or accessories at zenroclothingco.com and be sure to use offer code SOCRATES at checkout for 20% off select items. Also, if you're not into spending the money, just check out the Zenro radio playlist. zenroclothingco.com, music for your everyday. This episode also sponsored by The Portian Bakery. If you're located in the Portian area of Scarborough, Toronto, be sure to check out The Portian Bakery, say what's up to Arville, and pick up a donut or two. Baked daily, crafted with love. This episode also sponsored by Podbean. Podbean is the podcasting platform of choice. It's the one that me and Vish use, and is great, you know, if you're looking to start that DIY podcast yourself. Definitely check out Podbean. Use the link podbean.com/SocraticGamers and gain 1 month of unlimited podcasting for free. Test it out, build that content. Anyone could podcast, right, Vish?
Yep.
Start a podcast and get your ideas out there. All right, enjoy the episode. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. That's so funny that, all right, so just before we press play, you were like, oh, I'm going to show you this video about like the future of tech at Lockheed Martin. And coincidentally, I'm wearing my Las Vegas t-shirt. I wasn't even thinking about UFOs. I was just like, I'm just going to wear this one. And then like now you're talking about UFO tech. So I have some other stuff, but like let's talk about UFO tech. Well, not UFO tech, like actual tech that's being moved right now. So what did you see in the Wall Street Journal?
Well, it's more like the pilots within the jets, right? Fighter jets, controlling drones at the same time.
Okay, wait. So I'm going to tell you what I heard. I'm going to tell you what I heard from a podcast with like this defense guy on Sean Ryan, and you tell me if this is the same one. So the guy that I was listening to, he said that the jets now, you don't need the joystick. You know, before it's like, if you watch Top Gun, you're trying to like catch them in the joystick, get them in the crosshairs. It actually tracks your eyes. So wherever you look is where the thing is now. Is that something you heard as well?
No, they didn't mention that. But the eye tracking.
It's just straight about drones.
Yeah, about drones and like instead of like on land, people controlling the drones, where like there's a delay or whatever it is, right? Because you're on land, you're kind of like not in the fire, while the fighter jets are there and they can control the drones as well as create like make the drones do the action to pull out other people, like because it's just a drone, in order for you to come behind and get them or something like that. Like different ways of maneuvering and attacking.
Flank them. So like you'll make the drone go forward and then like they'll chase the drone, but then you'll like come from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, all right, cool. Wow, I'm pretty sure it's called like flanking. Okay.
Well, it is like flanking, but then it's like they are controlling the drones, right? So the fighter jets, so that they have like because they know what's going on in the air because they're right, they can see most of it, right? So that's like the future drone warfare is what they're talking about. Yeah.
Is the drone on the ship?
No, it's separate.
So it's like it's flying beside them?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen the Chinese one where it's like the drone is it's like a mothership and then it releases drones?
Yeah, but I'm sure they're probably all coming from the same thing, right? Like the boats or whatever. That's I forgot what they called them.
Apparently this one is like they didn't show, it was like in Future Tech, like the Instagram channel, but they didn't show like an actual image of it, just more of like a AI generation. But it's like a giant ship that like opens the side hatches and then drones like shoot out.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, bro. It's almost like StarCraft. You remember that? Like remember do you remember actually this is a perfect example. Do you remember like Protoss? Like there was like Zerg.
I remember Protoss. Yeah.
Right, and then Protoss had this one giant ship where it was like it looked like a giant like blimp, and then like little airplanes would come out and shoot around it, and they'd fly back into the ship. It's almost like you're doing that now. Like, why are we in the future of like video games now? You know what I mean? Like
that really is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah,
right?
Yeah. I mean, them controlling a drone. Those are all video game methods, right?
Yeah. No. But who, like with the eye tracking one, it's like, of course that'd be way better. Like, why are you going to use a joystick to try and catch it with your like hand-eye coordination? Why don't you just look at it and then it targets it? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but sometimes I get that, but I don't know if that's always going to be a working thing. Like, not what I mean. Working thing
No,
is
no,
that
they said they use it though.
no. I'm saying they can use it. They're probably testing all sorts of things. I'm not saying that they're not having
True.
these sort of things, but it's like, where does it actually work well or not? Because if you are looking around, that doesn't necessarily mean you want to go in that direction, right?
True. Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying. Like you might mess yourself up, like you get like distracted by a bird. You're like, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Fair. Yeah, I was listening to, like, speaking of this whole like drone warfare stuff. I was listening to Tim Burchett on Tucker Carlson, and he asked about the drones that were over New Jersey because they're being seen all over the world now, right? Like in Denmark and like some other place. Forgot what it is. And he was saying that he believes that the New Jersey drones were Chinese made. And like you heard that before, that like it could be China that's doing this. And the reason why they don't want to out it is because like if you say that it's like from China, that's like an act of war. You're literally invading their space, like their airspace, and they can't do anything about it. So like that's why they didn't technically want to name it, or else you're like calling war on it. But like Tim Burchett saying like, I'm pretty sure they're Chinese. I'm like, dude, what tech is going on right now? You
No,
know
I
what I
think
mean?
I think there's a lot of, because it's new tech, and especially around the Denmark thing and everything, in the Germany airport that happened. It seems like there's ways that they're trying to find, like adversaries are trying to find ways of what are their limitations
That's what he
within
said about the
within
Chinese drone.
within drone warfare. So it could be the Russian drone, because remember there was a Russian thing that happened around, I think, Finland, crossing into the NATO borders, so that caused like a ruckus too.
Oh, really? Eh?
Yeah. That was like a few weeks back, but they're trying to confirm even with the Germany thing if that's Russian related.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it's like with all this stuff, you're getting like caught up with UAPs and stuff like that. I really don't think, like, let's really think about it. If they're coming from a different star system, if they are UFO, like if they're extraterrestrials, it's like they would just crush you if you had that kind of technology. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you can travel like advanced star systems, like, bro, we can't even do that. You know? So it's like, how do you know that they can just crush you with their tech, or like overtake us? You know, when they're like, oh, mothership's coming, like with the 3i Atlas, and like, oh, mothership's coming, they're going to take over the Earth. It's like, dude, they would have done that already. Actually, Stephen Greer said that. I think I talked about it in the last podcast. Like Stephen Greer was like, if it was an actual mothership of advanced capabilities, why is it moving so slow? Because they
Well,
can like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I
No,
mean?
I get
So
that.
like,
Yeah, yeah. But it could be. I mean, it's not that it is. Even if we send something out, I was like thinking about it. I was like, is there a chance like anything can be like moving that slow or just going in that direction, right? Just following gravity kind of thing. It could
yeah,
be just satellites. Like we send out a satellite. Like that's not going to maneuver around, right? It's just going in a direction.
fair. No, totally. But like, why does it look like a comet, bro? Like, I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah, yeah.
anyone
Exactly.
else.
Yeah. Everybody else is saying everybody is saying it's a comet.
Like everyone's saying it, bro. It's crazy. If you don't
Yeah.
believe in psyops, that's crazy. Because it's like, dude, it's just one guy. Everyone's saying it's just a comet, but this one guy, and you're like overly fixating on him. But to go
But
back to it, it's like,
he's always been in that direction, right? He's always been that outlier. Nobody really
yeah, like
believed him.
yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah, yeah, right. So he's just
But
getting more
then
of his credibility or his name out there to sell more books, I guess.
totally. But not to say that it's not, like the book thing. All right, not to say it's a conspiracy, but some things are lining up, which are kind of freaky. Like we know that Epstein was really into Harvard. Avi Loeb's also from Harvard. We know that Israeli intelligence is like really good at their stuff, and like Avi Loeb is Israeli. So I'm not saying he's like a spy or like a plant or anything. I'm just like, that is kind of weird. There's so many things, and like, why is the media overly fixating on him? You know, it's
Well,
like all these things. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that Harvard's compromised. We know that Israel is like really good at their like spy ops, and then um, and then the media is like a part of the CIA, like Project Mockingbird. Like they infiltrate the media, the CIA.
but
So
I
you're
don't
just
see
like
this more in the mainstream media.
CNN and stuff.
Yeah.
No, but like Fox News, like it's all right. So Fox News, right? So you're just like, are you playing to like? Remember we said like 60% of Americans have like a lower than sixth grade reading level. So it's like, are you playing to them? And then you're just gonna like create panic, and nobody else is thinking outside the box because these are all in like alternative news sources, Fox News. He's on Fox News. I'm like, dude, what are you doing, bro? But
No,
like Fox News, we know is like,
yeah, we've been
yeah,
on that for a long time, right? But I feel like
yeah, yeah.
that's because the audience is generally in that direction. They have to go that way.
Right. But is it like you're just making like okay? There's two ways to do it. You're like, okay, this person is really gullible, so you're either gonna play on their gullibility or you're gonna educate them. You're like, hey, bro, it's not really that.
Hmm.
Steer them in the right direction. But because you're playing to their gullibility, it's like, okay, maybe you're selling it for ads, or maybe you know that you can like manipulate them. But it's like, bro, you're
No, but
manipulating them.
that's yeah, that's the problem, right? When they call it news, it's not actually news; it's punditry, right? It's all public opinion. It's public.
Right.
It's opinionated pieces. That's what it is. When
But
it's
but
actual, like if you go to the actual like 5 o'clock news, like when it's just actually just news, there's no. It's just they're just reading whatever's the information. That's all.
right, totally. So it's like, but how many people know that? You know what I'm saying? They're like,
Hmm.
no, it's on news. It's Fox News. It's called news, bro. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, are they being played? Are those people being played? It was on like GameStop. It was on Hot 97. It was on Complex. It was on World Star.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like all like the UFO mothership thing. It's just like, but nobody's highlighting. Here's what's crazy. TMZ put out that video with Jeremy Corbell, and it's been circulating the internet where Jeremy's like they're gonna try and psyop you into believing that it's a mothership that's coming. And then Avi Loeb started to say the Three Eye Atlas. How come nobody's going back to that? Like some people are like in the UFO community, they keep reposting it. I'm reposting it too because I'm like, it just seems like the best thing you could do right now. Be like, hey, dude, he said we're gonna try and be psyoped. So like, how come the news isn't like Fox News isn't like, remember when you said that we were in a psyop? Like, is this the psyop?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they're not following up with anti versions of this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like they want you to believe this,
Yeah, I'm sure
and
that
you're like, why?
some of them want you to believe it just because they're going to keep they can keep talking about it, right? If they just say which a lot of them did, even the IGN one, I read that article. They're saying it's a
Too. Yeah.
comet, yeah, right.
But
If you
that
read
was
through
the
the article,
headline.
well, the
But the
headline's always
headline
going to
was,
be a headline, right? Because you're dealing with a new world for many years now, the
mm,
social media world of headlines that actual facts or actual information is if you actually read the thing. Most people are not, right? That's the problem.
right. And it's like like Avi Loeb himself said it was like a 4 out of 10 on the reality of it
Hmm.
being like a UFO. But like he's on these news podcasts, like we can't discount it. And there was also this one, so like it went behind Mars or something like that, like recently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they can't track it anyways because it's behind Mars, right? So they're like, oh, NASA, all the space agencies around the world stop tracking it. And I was like, what are you guys saying? And I read the comments, they're like, they stop tracking it because it's a waste of resources. You can't track it behind another planet, so you can't see it. So they're shutting down the tracking for now, and
No,
then
I don't know. That's the correct information.
oh, even that's not real. Oh, so why did they shut it
Uh,
off?
they are tracking it, right? First,
Oh, so why do people say
there
like, oh, they're
are
not
there are
tracking it?
satellites around Mars that have tracked it. European agencies are releasing that information because they're active, while the NASA stuff is they do have it information, but they can't get it out because no one can work because government shutdown.
Interesting. See there you go. See how they're playing it, bro. Like, what is this?
Yeah,
You know what
so
I'm saying?
it's simple information, but yeah, people are gonna try to
Yeah, like,
mislead you and tell these other stories where it's like, no, there's a government shutdown. NASA can't release it, but there's no government shutdown in Europe. But European Space Agency does have some satellites that are releasing that information or pictures.
right. So you're just like, bro, what do you believe anymore?
Yeah.
You know, like, you explained it really well. I'm like, okay, that actually totally makes sense. But it's just like, bro, if that's the manipulation, like, what are we up against?
Even Avi Loeb said that
What do you mean?
that
That
the
they're
NASA
not working
says
right now?
is a shutdown. Yeah.
I mean, he's not right. But that's not the clip that's circulating. So like most people get their information from social media. And I was listening to Andrew
Yeah, yeah,
Bustamante
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about this, and it's like, it's real though. Like I'm
Yeah,
one of
it's
them,
not.
you know.
It's real. Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have cable. I'm not trying to watch this. Like if it comes up on YouTube, I'll watch the thing, but generally my feed is towards my interests.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like podcasts or like the UFO stuff, but like I'm not looking at like stuff that's happening around the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like we are so compartmentalized in our information that how are you going to get the information out to people on a wide scale, like mass, you
Sure.
know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like that's a huge problem we didn't think about with like internet.
No, because it's not regulated, and we didn't figure out like how crazy. Well, they were saying that some people were saying that about social media, how it's gonna be. There was some documentary I remember a while back from I think on Netflix, like convincing people of stories that are not actually true, uh,
Yeah.
and that's is because it's all based on the point of no social media is to keep you scrolling. That's the whole idea.
Right. Totally, totally, totally. So are we gonna hit a point where it's like you're gonna have a divide between the informed and the
Well,
uninformed?
that's already happening, right?
No, I know, but like, oh, all right, yes, it is already happening. But is the divide going to be so huge that I guess you can see it because it's like I'm like, have you seen the UFO? So it's like no, but it's like, dude, this is like one of the biggest topics of our time. That's why I'm following it so heavily, right? Like, but like, what will we constitute like CK being popped,
Mm-hmm.
right? That broke the internet. So unless something breaks the internet, how do you know about it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It like almost has to break the internet.
Mm-hmm. And like this much level of people being, convinced by politics or right wing or left wing, I don't think this happened before, right? This is creating a
Yeah.
much more of a divide because they were more in the center before.
Yeah. Totally. Oh man, it's crazy when you think about it. It's like it's such a double-edged sword because it's so good, but it's also so bad in different ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can say social media. I guess some of the things how that works is bad. But like, I'm not saying internet's bad. There's information on the internet. You just got to know how to use that search and find out, right? But social media could be bad. Certain social medias, because of the way they're actually work. The point is for you to keep scrolling, and sometimes bad information is what keeps us scrolling. Or like information,
For sure.
not
Yeah,
necessarily
no, you're right.
like
Yeah.
wrong information, but there's like tantalizing information. These sort of things keeps us
Yeah.
scrolling. Yeah.
Andrew Bustamante brought that up again. He's like, it's just about being divisive now. It's like if as long as you get like thumbs up or thumbs down, even if you get thumbs down, it causes people to like create comments. Like that's what like the only reason why I'm like constantly growing on social media is because of like 2 posts right now, and like it's hit like 1 million views of just like it's Andrew Bustamante, but people are fighting in the comments. It's like, do you want to turn this notification off so you can ignore it? And I'm like, no, it's funny to me. Like I watch them every day, like fighting. But then like people will click on my profile through it and and start following me through it. But it's just like the divisiveness, you know? Like, can we push people in like a positive or negative direction just to get the message out there? You
Yeah,
know?
and then
it's just like
negative information is what works. If it's always positive information, I don't think it sells as much. That's the problem.
right, totally, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's just like it's like we are digging ourselves into our own grave through this process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like freaky though, because you're just like, no, we are self manipulating ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well,
It's
AI
out.
is in control. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I don't know. Like, and then did you see the AI Tupac, Einstein, and Will Smith videos? And you're just like, because I saw this like one thing. I don't think
I was trying to
think
get
we
it
shared
though, but you need a entry. What do you call it? Like invitation code.
Oh, really? To get that? What is it? Sora or something?
It's Sora. Yeah, it's a new app they released.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. So like the Tupac one is just so good. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's almost real. You know, he's like walking through, he's doing like a little vlog where he's like, yeah, I'm just out here buying some like bags, or he's at the basketball game that I sent you, and it's like
Yeah.
those little clips. But I was thinking it's like
There were some that were I saw like they were like simple ones before. Like one of the first few sort of videos where with the new app where it was like a dog jumping from a roof. I don't know if you saw that one. That one
No, I haven't
actually,
seen it.
I was like, at first I thought it was real until I saw the Sora watermark around it.
So how are you gonna know, bro?
That's the
You don't know?
problem. Yeah, yeah.
It's so double edged because like I could see like let's say if like my parent died and you felt really bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just get Sora and you're like I can talk to my parent all the time, but like it's not your parent, but like just it makes you comforted because you're like you think it's. Actually, I'm just looking at the Tupac thing, right? Because like his family like he died, right? But then it's like you could watch Tupac buy bags, you could watch Tupac be at a basketball game. You're filled with like happiness because you're like yeah, Tupac's living, bro.
But
And it's like
the issue is like they were on that side. They were people like not. It was not just Tupac. It was like also Martin Luther King, and they were sending those things.
too, yeah.
They were sending those things to their families, and they were like, "This is not good. Don't do this."
But
But
is it not good for them? But like, imagine if a parent like or a kid is like really missing their parent. They could like just live.
yeah,
in
yeah,
that
but you
world,
can,
know?
yeah, you can, but you can write your own thing and how they want to speak it, right? Versus like this is like taking specific elements of their speeches or words from their speeches and they're putting it onto some other kind of thing,
Yeah. I see what you're
right?
saying.
That
Yeah,
like they're doing that, which is not really nice.
yeah. No, fair. Yeah, the Martin Luther King one I saw was like crazy. He's like, I don't have a dream anymore, and
There's
then
like
like he
a
turned
like
into The Rock.
WWE thing or
Yeah,
something.
that's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
saw.
yeah,
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 it was
yeah.
like crazy. So like I guess yeah, if you're like a part of the family, you're like, oh, I wouldn't want to see him tarnished. But I'm just saying like the use case in a positive direction. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure.
If you're like really missing your parent, but I don't know. That's also a bag of worms because you're like, how do you get over grief and loss? Because like let's say
Well, I mean,
you,
I don't see
yeah.
that necessarily bad because that's the whole point. Like, I'm just thinking of it like before we took pictures. Now we have pictures to look at, right? Now it's just as a
Oh,
different
true. Yeah,
form
you're
of
right.
picture, but
That's
you're
fair.
writing an AI tool for it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. It's sort of like Minority Report. Remember he lost his kid and his wife, and then like he put on those videos, and then like it was like a hologram, and he could like interact with his wife, and it's like, dude, we could be entering to that zone. You
Hmm.
just have a hologram of your parents, and you're just like, yeah, I'm still happy. I don't. It's slippery though, because you're just like, when do you go into like the Inception world? Remember in the basement of Inception, then it's like they dream for 8 hours a day. No, they come to wake up, and it's like, yeah, because you're
Yeah, yeah.
like living the dream now, and
Right.
you're like, dude, that's unhealthy,
Hmm.
or is it healthy?
Well, it's up to the
You know
individual,
what I'm saying?
right?
It's
Yeah,
up to the individual, and
yeah.
you're like, bro, because like technically we could be like, oh, it's so unhealthy for you to be playing like video games all day, and you're like, who's to say though?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
maybe those people are like really happy or like because you say things about books too. Remember, like, oh, you're reading books too much, and it's like
No, I mean
maybe that
you
person's
can go
happy.
back to like you can go back to like how hunter gatherers. So it's we're just sitting here talking. We're not going out there hunting and walking around. That's not
Right?
healthy.
Yeah.
Like,
True. True. Maybe that's it. It's like I can't remember who said this, but it's like we leave the womb to just find another womb.
Hmm.
You're just looking for like comfort and security because when you're in the womb, you're like everything's taken care of, right? You're like your food, your safety, security, right? And then when you are birthed into this world, you're looking for another womb,
Hmm.
just making it comfortable again. It's like who's to say that that's not good?
Right.
But like really, who's
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
good?
No,
You
no.
know?
Yeah.
And then
I
you're
mean, if you
like,
truly believe in the word freedom, right?
yeah, right.
Without harming others, you're free to do what you need, what you want to do,
And then,
right?
but then
Yeah.
people are like, oh, you're gonna be in like we're gonna be in the Matrix, and you're like, yeah, but if you watch Naruto, like Madara too, he like put everybody. This is the crazy part. Like in Naruto, at the end of it, Madara wants world peace. So what he does is he gives everyone their dream. So you go into like these like filler episodes where everyone's just living out their dream, the best dream ever,
Hmm.
and it's like, why'd you pull them away from that, bro? And then
Right.
Naruto's like, it's not real, but it's like, who's to say it's not real?
Hmm. Right.
You
Yeah.
know, or like the real world's just suffering, bro.
Hmm.
Like, okay, what if, like, let's say I was born with a deformation. Like, let's say I was born without an arm, okay? Like, through a genetic defect. And then I'm in the cyberspace and I have both arms. And you
Hmm.
want me to go back to the world where I have no arm? Like, what are you saying, bro?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, they're like, oh, it's unhealthy because you're in the video game world. It's like, yeah, but in the video game world, I have both arms. In the
Hmm.
video game world, I have infinite amount of money. In the video game world, I'm not starving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like, who's to say it's wrong? Or maybe it is wrong. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, I think that's the individual's life to choose if
Right?
it's right or wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny though, because it's like,
Like you can still say,
yeah.
yeah, I can say it's wrong for that person, let's say, but it's not my right to take it away from them.
True, you're right. But what is rights and freedoms without the army?
Hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we can say that now, but if you're
Sure.
in a third world country, it's like, what do you mean, bro? Like,
Yeah.
what if
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
just come into your home and just like take everything, like a surveillance state or like,
Hmm.
totalitarian government? We're saying, oh yeah, it's your right to do whatever you want, but like, that's like a privilege,
True.
really, if you think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the West and like certain like European countries have that ability, but not the whole world.
Hmm.
So like, okay, if you are like in a third world country and you're playing like Grand Theft Auto 5, you're like, but I'm a millionaire. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, what's better? I don't know.
Hmm.
If we have haptic suits, it's like, what's better? I don't know. You know?
Hmm. Right.
But there's like, okay, so like Roll was like, oh, you should get Shadow Roll. You should get like the PS5 now because it's on sale. And I was like, I'm playing like real life climbing, like bouldering and like jujitsu, right? It's like this is my real life video game, right? And it's like, but only because I have the ability to do that. I
Hmm.
have the finances to do that. I have the time to do that. I have the healthy enough body to do that.
Right. Yeah.
It's just like we're not even
Hmm.
in this world. It's so tricky when you start thinking about like equality and equity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True. True.
Like equals like if no matter our circumstances, you get $5, I get $5. Equity is like I'm pretty sure this is correct. Equity is like you have less money than me, so you get more money than me.
Yeah. It's to
Even if we
level
do
the
the same
balance.
work.
Yeah. It's to
You have
balance
to
out the
balance it
stuff.
out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like what are you more in favor of? Equality or equity? Because it's like I'm not asking you the question. I'm saying
Sure.
like in terms of these video games, in terms of like AI talking to your parents, in terms of like becoming a cyborg, It's
Hmm.
like, yeah, but is it like equality is like, no, we should all be human. Equity is like my circumstance sucks, so I'm going to optimize it in this direction, even if it's fake to you, but it's
Right.
real to me.
Yeah. 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 Right.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else about that? I was going to shift gears into like surveillance state because it's kind of similar.
No. No. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. So, relative to this, I'm talking about like digital worlds and stuff. So Andrew Bustamante was talking about we're at a crossroads right now. So he's making the rounds because he wrote a book, bought the book. Hopefully, I'm going to read it in Mexico. I'm going to Mexico soon, so we're going to have to pause the podcast for. Oh, actually, only one episode. Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar right now.
Oh. Okay.
Um, yeah. Anyways, so he's doing the rounds on social on like these podcasts, and I saw on YouTube. I was watching it just now, and he was saying how America's at a crossroads between civil war and total surveillance. And what he means by that is because of what's happening with CK, what happened with like what's happening to the divisiveness, either you're going to break out into full civil war or you're going to accept surveillance in light of freedom or in light of safety, not freedom. So like we can stop the CK attacks if you let us do this. Like check into your social medias and like you know what I'm saying? Your
Yeah.
DMs,
Yeah.
we get to read all of them
Sure.
type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what are you saying? Like, there's some pros and cons to it. He's a huge proponent of surveillance states. And I'm like, really? I don't get it. And what are you
Well,
saying
it's
is,
coming from a guy that's was in CIA. So.
no, totally. No, right. For sure. Because what he said is like, they don't care about anything you're doing. They just want to keep everyone safe. through information. And then like the host is like, obviously, well, what if the president turns bad and then he used it against you? Fair. But he was saying that there are places around the world where it's always war. So you need this level of surveillance. So like in Israel, in Saudi Arabia, when you enter, they tie your passport to a bank. You have to open up a bank account locally. And then they tie your passport to your bank account. And then you put money in there. And then if you break the law, they automatically withdraw the funds. So you're saying that if you go 1 kilometer over the speed limit, they automatically withdraw money from your account. Because there's like cameras everywhere, speed cameras, whatever. And it actually saved him one time because, I think I told this before, but he got into an accident with a general or something. And then you never questioned the general, but because there was cameras around, he won the battle.
Sure.
He won like
Yeah.
the thing. Because he's like, oh, just pull up the time when I was there. You could watch the video, right? And it's like, it's almost akin to what I was saying where like maybe totalitarian governments, like we were ruled by kingdoms for so long. It's like maybe that is the move. You know? Because he also said something else, and I was like, I think ideologically I agree with you. Because what he's saying is like in America, people didn't vote before unless you had like some stake in the game. You had to have like land, you had to have a business, you had to have a certain level of education, right? But he was saying like now you have a bunch of people who don't care about the country who are voting. So they're swing votes. Like it's like, oh, I care about this, but it's like, no, but you don't have any vested interest in making the country better. So why should you have a right to vote for that country? And I was like, fair point.
Right.
Like, what do you think? Like, do you think you need a vested interest to like care to vote? Or just because you're born here, you get to vote?
Well, I mean, I agree with the anyone can vote kind of thing, or the citizens can vote. Or do we make it like Australia where everybody has to vote, or else they get penalties or fines?
Right,
if you don't
but if
vote.
you're not, that's interesting. That's an interesting one. But what if you have like no education to vote? Then it's just like, I'm voting based off of who gave me $10.
Right. But I feel like if everybody did vote, it generally goes in the, I'd say, whatever the citizens are thinking in that direction. If everyone gets to vote. Or, I mean, if you make everyone vote.
Forced to vote.
Yeah.
Through like penalization.
Yeah. Because because what happens is, as you're saying, U.S., but a lot of people get, they don't really follow the news, they don't really care. So it's not even, it's not that they're swing votes, they don't even vote.
True, yeah. What was it like? Voter turnout was like 12% or something like that.
No, it's voter turnout. Generally, for federal elections is where they get the most amount of people to vote, not local.
So
Local is even less. It's about like, I'm just guessing here, but I think it's like 40%. Vote.
Okay. So
or something like that, or like 60%. I don't know if it's the other way around. 60% vote and 40% don't, or 40%
So it's
vote
like
and 60%.
roughly
Something like that.
roughly
Yeah.
middle. Okay.
Yeah.
But even that, it's like, it's so weird because like you just want to win states. You know what I mean? Like, what was that? Like the system in America is like really weird because like even if it's like you vote, yeah, sure, that whole state is liberal, but then like you're powered out by like other people. Even though there's
they have a DEI already. They've been having a DEI for a long time.
what's a DI?
No, the DEI means diversity, equity, and inclusion. So if a state like California, who's like 1 million people, right? It's more than that, but let's just say it's 1 million people. It's only one senator. While there's like a state in like Missouri where it's like 50 people, but also one senator.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah,
that's what I mean by they've had their own DEI. But this helps out the Republicans.
But so that's weird, bro, because it's like even if like it should be like majority vote or something, you know?
Yeah, but then this was going on for many years. This is how they figured out their own situation. Because if you do that way, then no Republican state will ever get help in that sense. It was a way to make it equal so that everybody has to work together.
But like,
this is DEI.
No, totally, yeah,
right?
but
That's what I'm saying. Like they created this system.
well, it's not DEI from the perspective of like
It is.
that's why you
It's nothing to do with BIPOC. DEI just means diversity, equity, inclusion. So it doesn't matter. Like specifically to do with like that. This how many states that they have, right? But then the populations are different. But everybody has that equal kind of right, kind of thing.
right. I see what you're saying, like the the equity part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
right. But DEI actually, it's just like you're using like the literal sense, whereas like
No,
I
the reason
take
I
it to
was using
like
it because
yeah.
somebody used it against Charlie Kirk, saying that.
Oh, really? Eh? Oh,
Oh, I just said his name.
that's
But
clever.
anyways, yeah. Just
That's clever. Okay, that makes sense.
because
Yeah.
he doesn't believe in DEI. So
Oh, yeah. Fair point. Okay, so it's like, does Canada do that?
um, I don't. No, we're a parliamentarian system, so it's a little bit different. It's different than
Okay,
theirs.
so even so with that with like the DEI perspective of like voting, it's so weird because you're like that seems unfair. Not unfair, but like skewed, riggable. Like
Uh,
you can rig it.
I don't know about riggable. This has been going on for years. Like they've been. Uh, you have to look more into it. Like what exactly? Why is it the case that it's like this, and those sort of things. So I don't think it's
Isn't
necessarily
it?
riggable. I think it was that it was to create an equity kind of thing versus then it'll just only be
Liberals
uh,
just winning
just
everything.
winning everything.
But isn't it like it's like a game? The whole thing's just a game.
Hmm.
Like you know what I mean? Like it feels like you're playing with a lot of people's lives in a game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Hmm.
let me pass this bill. Oh, no, all right. So for example, you're like, oh, what do you mean a game? So it's like, oh, I can just block this person from voting on this thing as long as we ally together, so we can get another bill passed.
Hmm.
You know, or like let me hide one of the things that I want to get passed in a bigger bill, so you don't even know that it's like in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm thinking about the UFO stuff. Like that's how I know about the game because it's just like they try and like build in the anti secrecy, but then it gets blocked by like somebody else because they're like, oh, I don't want that to pass. You know, and it's just like, why are you playing this weird game of like, how can I trick you into like doing what I want? You know, or like passing a bill that's in my favor. You
Right.
know, and it's
Hmm.
just like,
Hmm.
but we're playing with like so many people's lives, and we're all just like a part of this game. I guess maybe that's why people are like, oh, you're a pawn in the system because it's like they're playing like this higher level game that affects all of us, and we have no real say because they're just fighting quote unquote on our behalf.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We don't vote on those bills,
No, but we vote on the representatives that vote on those bills.
right? But how do you know that that representative has your best interest in mind?
Well, you can see it, what's happening within your own local districts, right? So if some things are not
Right,
working out, that's why they lose their seats, right?
right. But it's like how do you know that they have? Okay, so if we all have interests, right? How do you know they have your best interests? They don't. They have the general interest. So it's like
Hmm.
I'm trying to appease everyone, but it's like, but isn't that like
That's why it's
a
like
game?
that's why it's breaking out into like what does federal government control and what does state government control and then what does local government control. So it comes down to those sort of things. This is
Okay, okay.
understanding how the system
Oh, so
actually works, right?
okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll break it down. We'll break it down. We'll break it down. Have you been to Port Union lately?
Like around the area or just sort
Yeah,
of?
like just
Sure.
you know how they're like they're fixing the road.
Yeah, yeah,
Have you seen the island?
yeah.
They started introducing islands.
Hmm.
So okay, my dad's like, in the wintertime, this would be pretty dangerous because how do you see the island? Because you know we get like lots of snow,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. That could actually be really bad. How would you see the island?
Hmm.
You know, during a heavy snowstorm. But like, if we're talking about best interest here, it's like, who chose that? because you were like, oh, it's all about like the people in your local area. Are they doing the right thing for you? Yes or no? And it's like, who asked for this? Who asked for this island?
Mm-hmm.
Who asked for this road to be rebuilt?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I mean. It's like, who are you appealing to? Who asked for this? And then you have to do like the general thing. Like, okay, most people seem like they want this island here. Is that true or no?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sure.
because we all have our own ideas. You can hide your own intention behind. Oh, yeah, everyone asked for it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, but my dad was like, no, you just ask for more. You just ask to get more things built, so you get more money to spend building those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like you have workers there, right, who have to build those things, so they get more contract work to build those islands. But it's like, who asked those islands, bro?
Right.
See what I mean? So it's like, can you even trust your local representative for doing the correct thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
Because who asked for that thing, bro?
Right.
See what I mean? So it's like it's always just a game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I do get what you're
Does it make
saying.
sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, so then like, how do we know we're not just being pawned around?
A
You
lot
don't
of
know. You're
them,
just a pawn,
I
bro.
don't know about the road thing, but a lot of the things that I had to do this a long time ago for school, like when they were, this guy wants to build or they want to build something here. The
Hmm.
local communities can go in and talk about why it shouldn't be built or why it should be built. Uh,
Okay.
these discussions happen and the votes happen based on that, how the local community is thinking about it and these sort of things. So I don't know if they have those things for like road design and stuff like that whenever they do have those hearings.
And then who shows up to the hearing, bro?
People that are actually paying attention to how your
That's
system
what
actually works. Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
like,
But the thing is,
eh,
as you just said, right?
you gotta really
Uh,
care, bro. You know,
yeah,
like,
that's
damn.
the point, right? You got to care. You have to understand like how your own system works. Why there's like that's what people um if you're fighting for something or, this is how the system it's open. It's there. It's up to you to figure out how your own system works. It's free in that sense, right? But if you don't understand the system is working or you don't know how it works, and then that's how you talk about like who wanted these things, right?
100%, 100%. You said it's open. It's up to you
Yeah.
to figure it out.
Hmm.
Right, right, totally, 100%. But what I'm saying is like vested interest. Like, who is really thinking about your interest? Another example. So, like, you have like medical system, and then you have the like naturopathic system. Okay, so so I didn't even know that this was a thing, but like for if women are having extremely painful period cramps, what is the solution that the doctor will tell you? Just get like a guess. Like, do you know like what they would do?
I don't know. Tylenol. I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay, it's same. Like I don't know. So it's birth control. They're just like, okay, if you have extremely painful period cramps, just get on birth control. And I
Hmm.
was like, that's kind of weird, right? And then Tara, naturopathic doctor, is like, oh, here's some ginger, like ginger capsules, and it worked, to alleviate the pain. And I was like, when I heard that, I was like, wait, you just gave them a capsule, like a natural remedy, similar like magnesium or something, for like muscular pain. Whereas like they're giving you like ultra high end of like birth control. It's just gonna warp all your hormones.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's like you said, it's information's out there. It's up to you to figure it out. But we rely so much on these people in positions of power to give us the correct information. It's like, oh,
Hmm.
dude, period cramps so bad. Yeah, take some birth control. What are the side effects? Blah blah blah. Apparently, the side effects are very minimal, but the problem is it like masks your hormones. So basically, it just suppresses it shuts down your body. That's what the birth control does, right? Whereas like a natural solution, it will like just optimize you in a different way. But it's like, yeah, the information's out there. It's free. Well, it's not free, but like the information's out
Yeah.
there, but it's up to you to do your own due diligence. And it's like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying is like, you're not really looking out for me. You're just looking out for you. That's the game.
Hmm.
Like, oh, maybe the doctor gets a kickback of birth control pills. Another good example. So our dentist, right? They're like, they have the signs what's it called? Invisalign. They're like, Invisalign, we sell Invisalign. So then they were trying to like pitch Invisalign to like anyone. Like, oh, you have a sleeping issue? Try Invisalign. Oh, you have a little bit of a crooked teeth? Try Invisalign. And it's like, yeah, it's in your interest,
Mm-hmm.
but it's up to me with my free information to be like, is this worth it for me? I don't know.
Right.
You see what I mean? Like, this is why I'm like, this is the game. We're not really looking out for one another. We're just like, how do I edge one out on you?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, that doesn't seem right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. As like a government, like as like, cause you trust that the government and like the healthcare system and the dental services are all out there looking out for you.
Mm-hmm.
You would expect that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I think it's like a game we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the game. It's like, can I sell you an Invisalign so that I get a kickback? Can I sell you birth control pills so I get a kickback?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like ginger capsules are like, you just go to it's like $12 at freaking Healthy Planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think of, I don't know. What do you think about like, that just to me feels like icky about
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. That is icky. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Bro, like, and the incentivization, the capitalist nature of our reality.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is. We're just so capitalist.
In some of the ways, yeah, yeah. I think we're a lot different than America. Because let's just say the drug thing. I don't know if it's necessarily that it works like that over here, but it may work like that in America, just because it's a capitalist system
Wait,
around drug
birth control?
kickbacks. Yeah. No. I'm saying the kickbacks.
No, they get paid for time though.
No, they get paid for the time. No. That's
And
just looking
prescriptions
at.
too. But prescription too. I don't know about the birth control bill, but like they do get a percentage back of things that they administer. So like if I'm getting like a vitamin D test, it costs me money or something like that, and then like I think they get a portion of that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like that's how they make their money. They like get
No, I don't
portions
think
of what they
that's
prescribe.
that's what you'd have to check in to see how actually it works here. Because I think it's just based on patient visits, how many patients you see. It's not about giving someone a drug, and you may cut back on that. I don't think that works like that because it could be two different systems there. Prescription is based on the pharmaceutical companies, right? So our pharmacies.
But like, but I don't want to out how I know this. That's why I'm just like, but I just know how I just know that this like they get money based off of like something they like. If I'm like, here's all the drugs you need, and then you like run it through a prescription service, you get a little bit of money off the prescription service.
Right, but the
It's a real thing.
pharmacist, yeah, the pharmacist can look at that drug and also change it based on what's better for you if a pharmacist knows. So that doesn't, like, what does that have to do with the doctor then, right?
I don't know, but they do make money off of
Because
like
I know, like, sometimes drugs change. So where it's like, there's a certain drug that you were using, but now now that they can't, like, that patent now is now open, so other companies are making it at a cheaper price. So your insurance company can say, like, it's better to get the cheaper one. Well, not better, but it's just like we're only offering the insurance on the cheaper one, not the other brand.
interesting. Okay,
So that can change.
interesting. Okay, well I 100% know that they do get money off of some of the prescription, not the prescription itself, but like there's like an intermediary system. Like you make you make your prescription, and then you have to run it through a system, and then they get a piece of that system. Not necessarily the end money. It's like the system that they use.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I will be like, you need this, and then I'll order it through the system, and then the system knows that I
So
ordered
that's
some from you.
that's
And
normally
gives you a piece.
then that would be
Yeah.
that would be the pharmacist, right? The doctor
It's not
doesn't order the drug though, right? The pharmacist orders the drugs.
Yeah. I guess maybe that's where they're like, oh, if you fulfill the prescription, maybe that's when I get a piece of the pie.
Mm-hmm.
There's some incentive. There is an incentive.
No, I don't know
Like,
if there's an incentive. So that's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like, is it the doctor? Because it's not necessarily that. Because it's It's the
I
pharmacist
don't know.
who's
Like,
running the pharmacy, right? So he
I
would
know
get
from
a cut because he's selling a drug, right?
right. But I know from
I'm not saying
even
I don't know for sure. I'm just saying I don't know like how exactly it works. So
there is an incentive because I know from even from my mom, she's like nurse. She'll bring that up too because they'll go to the doctor visit and then they'll tell my dad something and she's like, no, don't take that. And then, oh, it's unproven. You're just being like a guinea pig, blah blah blah. There's some rationale for, I don't know if it's not, maybe not even a direct incentive. I know there's that intermediary incentive for sure, but there could also be indirect incentives, oh, I'll bring you on a. They'll be like, hey, why don't you fly out to this conference, all paid, so you can learn about the drug. You know what I mean? There's those kinds of incentives that are not direct. There's also indirect incentives.
yeah, no, those I can understand.
You're saying,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
To teach
That's what I
about the
mean. It's
drug. Yeah.
but then they'll be like, oh, we'll buy you this dinner, and oh, don't you think the drug's good? And, you know what I mean?
But
We
then
can
if
keep working
all no,
together,
no,
type thing.
I get that what you're saying. But then if drug
Yeah.
company 2 does the same thing and drug company 3 does the same thing, right? Now you've gotten 3 companies of the drug company, so it doesn't really matter to you which one.
Fair, but it's also up to the prescribing doctor to be like, oh, this one.
Yeah,
Because
that is
if
up to the doctor to understand the patients, and
right,
yeah,
but this is what I mean about the medical system. It's you would expect them to be in your favor,
mm-hmm.
looking out for you, but they're there's if you know that there's 3 options, there's a reason why you go with this one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I go to the pharmacist, sometimes you'll get those great pharmacists that are like, oh, this is the exact same thing, just cheaper. Like the antihistamines that I get.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, oh, this is the exact same antihistamine. It comes into Advil. It's basically the exact same thing. It's just cheaper. You'll get those ones. I've noticed those ones are BIPOC. The Chinese ones or the Indian ones who help me. They're always like, don't buy this one. It's expensive, you know. But there are, you know what I mean? Because they're looking out, it's the same. Don't worry, you know. But
Right.
there are some ones that are like that I've noticed that will push the more expensive one. But I
Sure.
know having gone to someone else, because you do the same thing too, where you're just I've already asked this question before, but I want to see what you're gonna tell me this time. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do that thing too. I know they're the same.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the freaking walk-in clinic and I was asking about numbing creams, and I knew which one was the more powerful one, and he pitched me the one that was not effective. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, why'd you tell me the non-effective one?
Right.
But and then Tara's like, well, he doesn't know, blah, blah, blah. It's yeah, but you said it with so much confidence, you know? You're like, oh, this numbing cream's going to work for the needle. And I'm like, I've already tried that one. It doesn't work,
Mm-hmm. Right.
you know? Anyways, I'm just saying that there's a weird game going on of capitalism. Or maybe it's not even a game of capitalism. Maybe it's just care. There's I don't even care, bro. Yeah, this numbing cream's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, so what do you think about the surveillance state? Would you be in favor of it in order to manage security?
Yeah, I think if there's probably going to be regulations around it. It's not for instance, what was the other I'm trying to think of any situation where they can surveil you, but then to really know, you need to get you need to get the court order to really. You can get the metadata, but not the full information unless you have a court thing, right? For the court process to get the actual, he's actually there's proof. You can prove that he's a criminal or doing things that are of criminal activity. Then you get. Then you can further get more information.
You know what's interesting about that? People are like, I have a right to privacy, right? And Andrew Bustamante was like, you actually don't have any rights to privacy. And the perfect example is exactly what you said, court order.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, what's on my phone's on my phone. Not unless we get a court order for you to open up your phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's this illusion of privacy. So it's you're already under that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you be against
increased surveillance? It's an illusion to privacy, but the point of privacy is if you don't use any of their technology or any of these things, then you'll have privacy.
Fair, totally. Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Have you heard those like dead phones or something?
Maybe it
It's
sounds
like it's
familiar.
basically it's what I only know because Kendrick Lamar is like an investor in one of them, but it's like a cell phone that like has no like you can't be tracked on that cell phone.
Hmm.
It has no like I guess maybe like no Bluetooth or like no internet connection, something like that. I don't know. Just an old phone, but like basically it's like hyper secure, so like nothing on the phone can be tracked.
Yeah, the only thing would be
It's like
like again, it's like how because you're using cell phone towers, they probably can only know which cell phone tower you're pinging off from, but there's like a radius of this much, 300-meter radius. We don't know exactly where, but it's a 300-meter radius that he's
yeah,
around
totally.
within this cell phone tower, whichever ones he's pinging off of. Yeah.
What's weird is like when you said the cell phone tower thing. What's his name? Andrew Bustamante in his book is it's basically about him being a spy, and one thing that he brought up is like the pinging. We have a receiver everywhere we go. Your cell phone's a receiver.
Hmm.
You know, even my watch is a receiver.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's so weird. My work phone will turn itself on before work. I'm like, who set that up, bro?
Hmm.
Like that's weird. Like I thought I was like maybe I'm pushing it, like turning it on or something, and then like I just left it on my desk right here. But then I'll notice itself turn itself on. I'm like, oh, just it's supporting me during the work day or something. But like even though you have zero battery life in your phone, it still has enough battery to like send out a signal.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's like what I'm trying to say is
It's
like
called low
we're
bandwidth, but yeah.
oh okay I didn't know there was a name for it.
Well, like think about like how even Apple explained how the air tags work, right?
Oh
So an air tag, it's pinging off of cell phones
okay yeah
under like it's like a low bandwidth thing. So that's kind of why you know where an air tag is, right? It's not the
okay
air tag is sending the signal. Air tag is Bluetoothing it with a low signal with whatever
um
phone that's close by or around to tell you, oh, the air tag is around here. So
okay.
that's how it works. So it's without realizing it, your phone is doing something if an air tag
Oh
is
yeah,
close
oh
by.
totally. Yeah, 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 totally, totally, totally. Yeah, yeah, it's sending and receiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, bro, we're basically in a surveillance state already. We just haven't flipped the switch to be like, yeah, we're a surveillance state.
Hmm.
Like all the tech is in place for us to become a surveillance state. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, is it a bad thing? I don't know. Like, why would you want that
No, I don't think
unbreakable?
not necessarily. I don't
The
think it's a bad thing.
no, I know. I'm just wondering why people are so freaked out about it. But maybe there's an avenue I'm not seeing. I just don't get it. I mean, people are like, "Oh, you want your privacy?" I'm like, "For what? Advertising dollars?" Like, I don't know.
Well, I guess yeah, that would be the argument. Are they? But that's different though. Then you're talking about just social media. Social media, like how you're using the phone, what you're looking at, and selling that information for advertising. Where maybe I should get a cut of that information
But
because
that's
it's my
so
information, right? I don't know. That's what people
agreed,
will argue.
agreed, and 1,000%. I've heard that argument. I'm just like, do it. How are you as an individual going to charge a company money, like to pay you money to advertise to them?
Hmm.
Like, what infrastructure do you have in place to do this as an individual?
Yeah,
You know
we
what I
don't.
mean?
Yeah.
We don't. So it's like, what are you even saying right now?
Hmm.
Like what? Like what do you want with your product? I just don't get it. I don't know. Like people are like, oh, as long as you don't have, if as long as you're not doing anything wrong, I want my privacy. Like when they hear people say that, like
But
as
you will
long as you're not
be.
doing
But
anything
it is
wrong.
though. If you're not doing anything wrong, you like your information is still private, right?
No, but they
It.
don't like that. They don't like it shouldn't be that way. Where as long as I'm not, because they're like, all right. So one side of the aisle is like, as long as I'm not doing anything wrong, who cares about my privacy? And the other side of the aisle is like, you're stupid. I'm like, why are you stupid though?
No, but see, that's the thing. If you wanna, criminals are gonna be criminals, right? The whole point of
That's what I
this
mean.
is about that. If you're using newer technology and all these sort of things, we have to find ways to catch them, right? Who are gonna be
Yes.
misusing the stuff. So if you, that's why this happens because people are gonna misuse it. We already know that, right? That happens all the time. If you want to be private and don't want to use any of the technologies, then you can be private, right?
Totally, totally. But like, for sure, for sure. I'm just wondering, like, what are you going to do with that privacy? Like,
Right.
no, no, yeah, don't use the stuff, but it's like, what are you doing with that privacy?
Hmm.
Only terrorists need that level of privacy, bro. Like, what are you doing with it? I don't know. You know, like
Sure.
with the dead phone that I was talking about, like with Kendrick Lamar's phone, I'm just like, well, yeah, drug dealers would use that phone.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Andrew Bustamante said this, like he's like a decentralized currency, and Andrew Bustamante is like the only people that are really benefiting from decentralized currency are like criminals.
No, that's why
Like,
that's why the crypto thing is such a uh, is not a trusted thing, just
yeah,
because it's mainly being used by criminals.
right. It was also created by criminals. The Silk Road online used Bitcoin to sell on it. Like
Hmm.
it's inherently tied. Like if you look at the origin of Bitcoin, it's tied to criminal activity.
Yeah.
So you're just like, okay, what? So you want to be a criminal? Like, I don't understand.
Hmm.
But then it's like, well, what if they flip the switch and then you become like a social credit score system where that thing, if you speed a little bit, then you lose money from your bank account, you know? And I was like, I just drive slower than the speed limit. Like, I don't know. I just don't like, I, it can go one of two ways. Like, it's real in China. Like, you can't buy certain things.
Hmm.
Like, I actually I knew somebody who, I know him from jujitsu. He was like, F China. And I was like, what? And then tell me about it, bro. And he said during like the COVID lockdowns, there wasn't enough food to go around. So like they would just like send you WeChat because everyone's through WeChat, right? So you have like a quick opportunity to buy some food or like they'll just lock you so that you can't leave using your money to like go buy things
Right.
outside. Like if you're like, oh, I'm just going to leave from here. It's like, no, we want you to stay isolated in here so that we can isolate COVID
Hmm.
is
Yeah.
real. Like he went through it, and I'm like, oh, that sounds crazy. But they went through floor to floor, killing all the animals in his building.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So it's like, okay, I can get how like that goes really wrong.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like maybe that's the argument. It's like you don't want it to hit that level where it's like you have no power. Like you know that line where
No, I
they're
get
like,
that,
why
but
the
I think that comes down to like the structures of the government. I don't think it's going to go to that level.
no no that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's like it's like yeah totally like remember the was it First Amendment Second Amendment, the guns, right? Second Amendment. And they want that because in case the government gets awry, you have guns to protect yourself. That's the argument I hear all the time. It's like you
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
your
yeah. Right.
guns
Right.
in
Right.
case the government
Sure.
comes in and
Sure.
tries to take your stuff. I'm like, dog, you don't trust the government that much? Maybe you need a new government.
Oh, yeah. Right. Well, that's how they.
No, 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 what are you saying, bro?
No, that's true. That's what they believe.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's crazy. No, but that's crazy. So you want to keep your guns just in case the government revolts against you so you can fight the government.
Hmm.
Maybe we need a new government, bro. That's crazy.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is just like I think we're
Well,
living.
that's what
I
they're
really
saying,
think.
but that's not what is written in the Second Amendment. So
Oh well, is there? Well, like why keep your
you,
arms then?
it's mainly they're looking at the first part, but it's like it's a well something about the well armed militia. It could be cops, could be like those sort of things. It's now interpretation
So
or
like
military. Yeah.
why? Like I really feel like with everything you're just looking at, it's like this is an old operating system, bro.
Hmm.
You really need something new.
Right.
You know, like like even on the Timber Chat podcast with Tucker Carlson, he was saying like they do insider trading. Like they don't call it insider trading, but like you'll be in a meeting, and then you'll hear that a bill's going to be passed, so you put your money here. Bill gets passed, you make a lot of money. That's insider trading.
Yeah.
But like it's legal. And it's just like, dude, or they're like, oh, how come the government's lying to us? Like, bro, you're talking about a government that you're afraid of with your guns. You're afraid of lying to you. They're doing insider trading. Like, maybe you need a new system, bro.
Hmm.
You know?
Right.
Do you remember like the trucker thing in Canada that happened? They went in the bank accounts and froze them from all the truckers.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that in Canada?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like we revolted. We're like, dude, that is not right, you know?
Hmm.
And it's like you need a government like that. It's like they listen, like, oh yeah, that's pretty wrong. Like, isn't like Trudeau going to like face charges or something against that? I saw that somewhere where like he's gonna have to like face that as like a
I thought that already
in court.
happened, or they went through
Oh, okay, really?
government. I forgot what they call it, where it's like kind of like auditing the government. Like, was that right
Oh,
of you to do, or what was your like incentive behind it? Not incentive, but like what was your reasoning behind it of what caused you to do it, kind of thing. I remember that was
man.
a while back though, right? A couple years
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Did it materialize in anything or no?
I can't remember now what the information came out of it was.
Okay. Well, he's dating Katy Perry right now, so I guess he's totally fine. Yeah. Okay. With the time that we have left, because I gotta jump for that party. Um, what? Okay. Okay. Here's two quick things that I think are pretty interesting. Um, have you seen Candace Owens speaking out against Trump now? She's such a huge supporter.
But she still is a supporter. She still says she would vote for him, right?
But do you see the Gaza thing where she's like, the Gaza beach, and then she's like, if you're gonna go to the Gaza beach, like that's crazy because like that was on the blood of, so many people got killed there.
I didn't see that. I don't know that one is.
Okay. It just I saw it yesterday and she posted it and I was just like, dude, this is a crazy rant right now, and like it's kind of true though. Like that's kind of how, like the way she's responding about it, like, oh, if you turn this into a beachfront property and like, because they basically leveled the whole area, right? And then now what they're saying is like they want to turn it into like beachfronts or whatever.
But they
And
didn't say that though. I mean, that was like an
she's saying
old
that
video
Trump's saying
from
that.
last year, or not last year, earlier in the year. I remember that like the whole memes that were going around with them dancing and making it into a beachfront or something. That was a few
Oh,
months
okay,
ago.
interesting.
But now that they've actually got their a peace deal done,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
or at
no,
least the first part, but he hasn't talked about
right, right, right,
doing
right,
a
right,
beachfront thing.
right, right, right. I guess that's why she posted it. I think it was like yesterday when she posted it. But like, she's like, oh, Trump wants like a Nobel Peace Prize for like stopping this thing,
Well, I
and
got
then she
that. Yeah,
brought up,
I understand that one. Yeah.
and then she brought up like the beachfront thing, and then I was like, yeah, but if you really think about like colonialism, that's technically what happened. You just slaughtered all the indigenous people and like built all these cities.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But okay, I'm just gonna put this out here, and I'm just like, this is why I think it's all performative. Like we do like land acknowledgments, right? We're like, oh, I'm on this land, right? And I'm like, fair, totally, totally valid. But I read this book called "From Sovereign Peoples, Sovereign Nations," written by like a Canadian PhD person, and he brought up a very salient point, which is like they have no sovereign land of their own. They have no country. We just took their country. So it's like we can do all the acknowledgments we want, but like they still have no home.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're Indian, you go to India. Filipino, go to the Philippines. But like, if you're like, oh, I'm indigenous, what does that mean?
Right.
Like, we acknowledge it being like, oh, it's Turtle Island. When it's like, what does that even mean? It's not even
Yeah,
on
yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah,
commercial
yeah.
map.
Sure, sure, sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Hmm.
like, unless we fix the legality, then what is the point of doing the speech?
Hmm.
I no, I'm like, it's a genuine question. I just don't know. It's like, okay, so you're just saying it within your small circle to speak out about it, but you're not like lobbying government. Maybe we should lobby government. Maybe instead of acknowledging, maybe we should lobby our government and we should try and like build a country of their own,
Right. Yeah, that you'd have
right?
to talk to their communities to see what they need. Yeah.
But like just acknowledging it's like what?
Hmm.
That's why I'm like it's performative now. Like when you really look into these things, I'm like, who really cares about these things? You know?
Right. True. Yeah.
I like to ask myself the why. It's like, why are you doing this?
Hmm.
And it's like, if you just look at it from a legal standpoint, like Occam's Razor, bro, they don't have a country. Maybe we'll start there instead of just like all of us huddling around saying something like an incantation or something. You know what I mean? We're just like, we're all just saying this thing for like what? What's gonna come out of it? So
Right.
we never forget. How about you just don't forget? How about you lobby? You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, what's your thought on that?
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I thought they would have to talk to the communities to find out what they need. Right? Do
No,
they
but like,
want
why do we
another
do this?
country? Do they do like that's those are the things to be done. Why do we do the land land
Yeah.
acknowledgements and stuff, to make ourselves feel better.
That's it. That's literally it. You're thinking about yourself. You're
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about them.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm like, this is a little icky itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, yeah, but I said it. And I'm like, so? You didn't do
But it
anything about
doesn't
it.
doesn't yeah, it doesn't change anything.
You know what's really funny? I've seen so many articles about like indigenous people being like, stop doing the land acknowledgement because it's not doing anything. You're just making yourself feel better. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, let's just like, let's be real, bro.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
can't we be real? Why you be so fake? You know, in
Mm-hmm.
this world. I don't know. All right, last thing, seeing time. You see the new movement against alcohol right now?
No.
Okay, so Wiz Khalifa, Allen Iverson, those are two I know for sure. I think it's T Pain, who's another one. They're basically like, yeah, I just stopped drinking and I feel a lot better. And then like they're all going on these rants of like, alcohol has no benefit to the body. At least with like weed, it's like, it's a sleep aid. It'll help you with pain killing. There's CBD aspects of it, but there's no medical benefit to alcohol at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that is so crazy. That like it was so normalized for so long. Went through like prohibition and then we fought for it and now it's like in every movie. You know what I mean? And it's like drinking alcohol seems so antiquated.
I don't think so. I
You
you're
don't think so?
mentioning
Interesting.
no. What I mean is like you're mentioning those names, but those names are only because we know them.
No, but I say they're pushing culture. What I'm saying is like
No, I don't think
these
they're not in the
yeah.
main culture right now.
Oh, like Wiz Khalifa, Allen
Yeah.
Iverson and stuff.
Yeah. Even T Pain.
But I think those are like trickle down cultural influences though.
No, I don't think that they are influencing culture at this time. They did for us. I'm saying they could be still affecting our generation. I don't know about the other generations.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, okay. All right, let me reframe it. Not that they're pushing culture, but they're hitting on something that I'm also feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Like I haven't drank in so long because I'm like, I don't know the benefit of it.
Sure.
And it's so normalized in our culture and it's just
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
that's crazy, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. But like it's been a lot of cultures go through that kind of thing. It's like it was normal to have not what was it
Cigarettes.
yeah, cigarettes for yeah, one thing. That was crazy too. It was a weird time around the whole world.
Yeah.
But then there was different in different areas of different. What was the something happened in Hong Kong? They were what was normal or like around that region.
Opium.
Yeah, opium. Yeah.
Yeah, but that I don't know. I read a book about opium and it's just like it seemed like it had a lot of health benefits for you. They just used it all the time.
No, they
It's
were
like a
saying that.
painkiller.
Yeah, I
It's like
understand that, but I don't know. Like we don't know the full story of it all, right? Like, could be certain
true.
benefit. There's certain benefits to maybe some kind of cigarette, but depending on how you look at it, right? There's some they say like a little bit of a wine is okay, but like that's what they say about.
No, but that's because of the red. No, exactly. Because I brought this up too. I was like, yeah, but the because like in our household we have this discussion all the time, about like alcohol. So I brought up that thing about like, oh, but one glass of red wine a day is good for you, right? And then like Tara was like, no, it's the color red. You can get that from cherries as well. It's because it's a antioxidant, but like cherries is the equivalent of that same thing. You just
Mhm.
minus the alcohol. It's not the alcohol. It's the red color.
Right.
And you're just like, damn, bro. Like, is there no benefit at all? Well, I want to hear a
Yeah.
really interesting stat.
Hmm.
Guess how many glasses of so they don't really bring this up. Like everyone's like, oh, cancer, smoking causes cancer. Right? You heard that, right? Lung cancer, blah blah
Sure.
blah. But alcohol also causes cancer. Guess how many glasses before you're like increasing, I think it's like 40% of cancer. You're increasing your risk by 40%, something like that. Guess how many glasses
In a day or like
in a week when it's
one,
considered like, oh, this is a lot.
one. Oh, like one glass.
One glass a week.
Sure.
I was pretty good. 4.
Well, okay. I was just being
But
very,
like,
very conservative, but yeah.
but like, no, I was thinking like, I don't know, like 20 something, because people drink like a lot.
What is the glass of though?
No, just
Would
alcohol. If you have any
yeah,
alcoholic
which
beverage,
that's what I'm saying, but depending on the alcohol
alcohol
content, right?
percentage,
Yeah.
uh,
Like
I think it was
beer,
just I
we're
think it was
talking
just
about
based off
beer
of
quality,
drinks.
or we're talking about
I think
like
I'm not sure. I think it was just based off of like alcoholic drinks, like how many alcoholic drinks per week before it increases your risk. But I guess you're right because it's like different
because some have like
percentages.
very high percentages, some have like 4%.
Yeah, I
What
don't know. I
is
have to look into that.
yeah?
Yeah, but that's interesting though. It's like, let's say it's wine. So like 4 glasses of wine, you're like, bro, I know people who like drink like 2 glasses of wine a night. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right.
but it's yeah, it's just so bad for your body. Like the inflammation, like inhibits your sleep, stuff like that. And you're like, well, we should drink it all the time.
Hmm.
Like, do you think? I wonder if like just like cigarettes, like we're phasing out of alcohol as well. You know what I mean? Like when you see we're watching a TV show, I forgot what it's called, but it's like it's about some band, but it's based on like in the '60s or '70s, and like there's chain smoking, bro. But to them, it's normal,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then now it's like you think about how many people drink like 2 glasses of wine a night, and then now we're gonna be like, ooh, who drinks wine?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I
You
mean,
know
I
what I
can
mean?
see that.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? And then it's like, is this the progression towards it? Like we're all like, this is the next step. We're all like, ugh, when you see somebody smoke, and then like next time you see somebody drink, you're like, ugh, you're drinking. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
Like why is it weird to see someone smoke and not weird to see somebody like all right, let's say I went out to dinner and then like they ordered like a wine glass and I just like, oh hold up, just step outside for a cigarette. You're like,
Hmm.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's weird.
Sure.
And you're like, why? Smear campaign, bro.
Hmm.
Right? Like,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
but I think maybe like in the future that'll be the next step. It'll be like, I'm gonna order a
It's
glass.
interesting. I mean, it changes depending on the area or the culture too. Like the cigarette thing makes sense around here. Maybe the alcohol thing may happen too, but like cigarettes in Europe are still being smoked.
Right? Yeah, like French people. Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's very weird.
yeah. It is. It is weird. That's one thing where you're like, if you think about Europeans, you're like, yeah, I could see it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like Skrillex is a chain smoker. Well, I don't know if he is anymore, but he smokes a lot of cigarettes, bro. And then you find out that he learned a lot of dubstep in Europe, and it's like, oh, of course, you picked up the habit there.
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
and then it becomes less weird. You're like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're just around a bunch of smokers.
Like in Germany, I don't think beer is going to go away. It's part of their culture for a long
Yeah,
time.
totally. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Oktoberfest, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or like Filipino people, like they're obsessed with their alcohol and
Hmm.
cigarettes too, actually. Yeah. Anyways, it's just weird that like based on legalities, like for me, if you smell like pot, it's like, oh, all right, cool, somebody's having a cool night, you know. But like if you, but that's here, you know. Like, but if you're in
Sure.
the
Yeah.
Philippines
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
smell that, they're like, you're going to jail, bro. They're sending you to jail because it's so illegal,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is 2025, bro. Like, what are
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
talking about?
Hmm.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, all right, I have to jump because of this party. Any final thoughts?
No, that's about it. Yeah.
All right, cool. One more podcast next week, if as long as we can do Sunday, because I'm leaving the Monday.
I don't know if I can do Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So
So then
we'll
we
figure
might
that out.
miss 2 podcasts then,
Okay.
unless we do Saturday. Oh, we'll talk about it, but
Sure.
either one. But if we don't, I'm in Mexico for the end of October. That's why.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Same
Anyways,
same place.
yeah, same place. Yeah, highly recommend. It's super dope. We're going for 10 days, so we're gonna see if like, because last time we went for like I think 5 days, but it was so go 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 because I wanted to see
Yeah.
the
Yeah, yeah,
ruins.
yeah.
I wanted to see like, you know what I mean. So we're
Sure.
like, well, what is it? What's it like if you just chill for 10 days?
Hmm.
So like we might come back like, oh, that was enough, or like, oh, we couldn't get enough. Like, you know, it's like it'll be
I'm
interesting.
looking at. I've never tried, but I'm curious to try a cruise.
That's our next thing. That's our next thing, actually. Yeah.
Really?
No. Yeah. But because we were
You
talking
get
to
to
somebody about it.
see. Yeah, I was talking to somebody about it
Yes.
too, and it's like you get to see more places
Yes.
in the time, so you don't have to worry about food and things like that. So you just go to the
Yeah.
thing and do a tour or whatever it is at each
Oh,
or
very
different
cool.
countries. Yeah, it's very cool. Yeah, like the some person that I've
Yeah.
met was like, I mean, they've been doing it for a long time.
Same. Yeah. Somebody was like raving about it. You're like, really? But like what they said, it's like a taster menu. You get to like see all the places, and you're like, I want to go back there.
Yeah,
So then you
that's
actually
exactly
book
what
a
he
trip.
said. He exactly said
Yeah,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like they make it overnight, so while you're sleeping, you're actually getting to the next location. So when you
Yeah,
wake up in
yeah,
the morning, it's like you're there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that could be. You remember Breaker High?
No,
Oh, it's like
I
a
don't think I
cruise ship
watched it.
high school,
Oh, okay, okay,
and like each episode was like a new country. But yeah, yeah, that is the next thing on our thing as well. Yeah, that's funny you said that. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We'll see. Maybe 10 days. Like I'll come back and be like, yeah, don't do 10 days, but who knows?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Till
All
next
right.
week. Or till the
We'll
next
see.
episode.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Take it easy, fish.
Peace.
Bye. All right. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all those fun things, and check out our sponsors: Zenro Clothing Co., Portian Bakery, and Podbean. Take it easy, fish.
Peace.